One of the things that I've always thought really interesting was that we know about the marches that often took place in the South in the 50s and the 60s. They'd often be preceded by worship services. That they would worship first, and then they would go out and march. And the undergirding principle that led to, that was motivating the Christian leaders of the civil rights movement was the transformative power of nonviolent sacrificial love. And that both had the opportunity to transform both those who were suffering injustice and those who were inflicting injustice. And what kind of courage does it take to go outside when you know there's the water hoses? There's this line that I quoted in Reading While Black when they asked one of the women during the Montgomery, I think it was the Montgomery bus boycott, or the Birmingham boycott. I think it was one of the boycotts. And they asked her, how do you feel? And she said, and this is broken English, because she was a maid, she said, my feet is tired, but my soul is rested. She had a sense of inner peace that arose from a confidence that there was a higher value than her own comfort. It was comfortable to accept the place that society had placed for her, but it was a real danger for her to risk her life and her safety. And undergirding all of that was the church that was at the center of that movement. And so for me, I think that one of the things that I always liked about the Black church in the South was we had no political power for the most part. We didn't have a lot of economic power. We didn't have the numbers. We didn't have votes. We were disenfranchised. So what do you have? Like, what do you have when you have nothing else? You have the truth of the thing itself. And so all you can rely on in that context is the power of God. And so for me, I've never placed hope in an analysis of the present circumstances. Because at any given moment, the circumstances that never looked good for me, but there's always been like providence, I think, that was guiding us through. And so I think the idea of hope residing from a sense of God's ordering of history has always been a part of my own understanding of the world.